Some moments in nature look so impossible they feel fake. Skies that glow like fire, lightning that rises from volcanoes, oceans that shine in the dark, rocks that move by themselves, and clouds that look like portals opening above the earth. These are not special effects. They are real natural phenomena created by forces most of us rarely get to witness. Today, we're counting down the top 9 natural phenomena that look impossible. And stay until number 1, because the final phenomenon looks so unnatural that even standing in front of it would make you question what planet you are on. Before we begin, comment which natural phenomenon you think will be the most unbelievable. In one of the driest places in North America, rocks appear to move across the desert by themselves. Imagine a flat, cracked desert floor stretching beneath a burning sky. Across the pale surface, heavy stones sit at the end of long trails carved into the mud. No footprints, no tire tracks, just rocks and mysterious paths behind them, as if something invisible dragged them through the night. The sailing stones of Death Valley are found at Racetrack Playa, a dry lakebed where stones can slowly move across the surface under rare conditions. For years, people wondered how rocks weighing dozens or even hundreds of pounds could leave trails without human or animal help. The explanation is strange but real. When shallow water freezes into thin sheets of ice and the sun begins to melt it, light winds can push the ice panels. The ice then gently moves the stones across the muddy surface, leaving long tracks behind. The movement is so slow and rare that for decades, almost no one actually saw it happen. The mystery survived because the stones left evidence, but the event itself was extremely hard to catch. Researchers finally documented the movement using GPS and time-lapse methods, turning one of the desert's strangest legends into a real scientific story. What looked supernatural was actually a perfect combination of water, ice, wind, mud, and timing. But if rocks sliding across a desert seem strange, the next phenomenon turns the night ocean into a glowing blue universe. From moving stones in Death Valley, we travel to coastlines where waves shine like liquid stars. Some beaches do not just reflect moonlight, they glow from within. A dark wave rolls toward the shore. Then, as it breaks, the water bursts into electric blue light. Every splash looks like sparks. Footsteps in wet sand glow for a second before fading back into darkness. The ocean seems alive, like the stars fell into the sea. Bioluminescent waves happen when tiny marine organisms, often plankton called dinoflagellates, produce light through a chemical reaction. When waves, fish, boats, or footsteps disturb the water, these organisms flash blue-green light as a defense response. Under the right conditions, movement itself becomes light. The glow is not there to entertain humans. It is part of survival. When disturbed, the tiny organisms light up, which may help startle predators or attract larger predators to attack whatever is threatening them. For people who witness it, bioluminescence can feel emotional, but glowing oceans still happen on Earth's surface. The next phenomenon takes place high in the sky, where clouds can look like giant waves frozen above the world. Sometimes the sky looks like an ocean, and the clouds curl like waves about to break. These are Kelvin-Helmholtz clouds. For a few minutes, the atmosphere seems to turn into a frozen sea above your head. They form when layers of air move at different speeds. One layer slides over another, creating wave-like shapes. What makes them so incredible is how brief they are. The sky can hold the shape for only a short time before the curls disappear. These clouds may look peaceful, but they can signal turbulence in the atmosphere. Seeing them feels like catching nature in the middle of a secret, as they vanish almost as quickly as they appear. But clouds that look like waves are only the beginning. From the sky, we move to freezing nights where the air itself seems to hold beams from another world. On some freezing nights, lights do not stay on the ground, they rise into the sky. Tall columns of light stretch upward into the darkness, like a row of portals opening in the cold air. Light pillars form when tiny ice crystals act like millions of little mirrors, reflecting light. The column isn't actually there. It's a beautiful illusion created by the frozen air between you and the light. If you could witness only one of these phenomena in real life, which one would you choose? Drop your answer below before we reveal number 1. Lightning is terrifying. A volcanic eruption is terrifying. But sometimes, nature combines both. A volcano erupts into the night, throwing ash and fire into the sky. Lightning flashes inside the ash plume, tearing through the smoke. It looks like a battle between the earth and the sky. Volcanic lightning happens when particles inside an ash cloud collide and build electrical charge. As ash, rock fragments, and gases rush upward, they create conditions similar to a thunderstorm. When the charge is strong enough, lightning flashes. Some eruptions generate thousands of flashes. The ash cloud becomes its own electrical system, filled with friction, heat, and chaos. This helps scientists track eruptions and understand dangerous ash clouds. But while volcanic lightning is violent, our next phenomenon is almost silent. From lightning inside ash clouds, we travel to deserts where rain can awaken entire landscapes overnight. A desert can look dead for years, then suddenly explode into color. Dry valleys transform into carpets of wildflowers. Purple, yellow, orange, and white blooms spread across the desert floor, turning a barren place into a masterpiece of nature. Desert superblooms happen when unusual rain allows dormant seeds to sprout in massive numbers. Many plants wait underground for years, hidden in the dryness, waiting for the perfect moment. The flowers may only last a short time, making the event feel even more precious. But heavy crowds can damage these fragile plants, creating a problem where the beauty that draws us in can be destroyed by our attention. But a desert turning into a flower field still feels gentle. The next phenomenon turns the sky into a spinning wall of power. From sudden desert color, we move into storms capable of creating some of the most dramatic clouds on Earth. Some storms do not look like weather, they look like machines built in the sky. A massive cloud tower rises over the plains, rotating slowly. The base hangs dark and low. Lightning flashes inside the storm. The horizon turns green-gray, and the entire sky seems to twist. Supercell thunderstorms are powerful rotating storms. This rotation, called a mesocyclone, can make them long-lasting and extremely dangerous. They are some of the most visually stunning and threatening storms on Earth. Supercells can produce giant hail, destructive winds, and tornadoes. Meteorologists study them to improve warnings, while families watch the sky because a beautiful storm can become a disaster in minutes. But even supercells are familiar compared to the next phenomenon, where the sky lights up in colors that once seemed like magic. From rotating storms, we travel toward the poles, where solar energy paints the atmosphere. The northern and southern lights look like the sky is alive. Green ribbons drift across the darkness. Purple and red curtains pulse above snowy forests and silent mountains. Sometimes the lights move slowly. Sometimes they ripple like a living thing, stretching from horizon to horizon. Auroras happen when charged particles from the sun interact with Earth's magnetic field. These particles collide with gases high above the surface, releasing light. The colors depend on the type of gas and the altitude. Auroras are also connected to space weather. Strong solar storms can affect satellites and power grids. For thousands of years, people have created myths around the aurora, seeing spirits or messages in the lights. But auroras still feel distant, high above us. Number 1 is different. It appears right in front of you, in a landscape that looks like nature broke its own rules. For the most impossible-looking natural phenomenon, we travel to a place where the Earth turns water into a perfect mirror. Number 1 is the mirror effect of Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia, a natural phenomenon so surreal it looks like the sky has fallen onto the Earth. Imagine standing in the middle of a white salt desert that stretches farther than you can see. Then rain falls, but not enough to flood it, just enough to cover the surface with a thin sheet of water. Suddenly the ground disappears. Clouds appear beneath your feet. Mountains float in the distance. People seem to walk through the sky. The horizon becomes impossible to find, and the world turns into one endless reflection. Salar de Uyuni is the largest salt flat on Earth. It formed from ancient lakes that dried up long ago, leaving behind a vast crust of salt. During the wet season, it becomes one of the biggest natural mirrors in the world. What makes this phenomenon so powerful is its simplicity. No lightning, no eruption, no storm, just salt, water, flatness, and light coming together. The reflection can appear so flawless that the line between sky and ground disappears. Salar de Uyuni is so large and reflective that it has been used to help calibrate satellites. A place that looks like fantasy is precise enough to help technology in space. This phenomenon matters because it reminds us that Earth does not need to be violent to be impossible. Sometimes the most shocking wonders are silent. No explosion, no thunder, no movement. just a person standing in a place where the planet seems to lose its edges. For local communities, Salar de Uyuni is also a place of salt, history, tourism, and economic importance. Beneath and around this landscape are resources tied to the future, including lithium used in batteries. So this impossible mirror is also connected to the future of energy, travel, and technology. Nature is far stranger than most people imagine. It can move rocks across a desert, make oceans glow in the dark, and even shape clouds like giant rolling waves, turn frozen air into pillars of light, create lightning inside volcanoes, and paint the sky with energy from the sun. Some of these phenomena are dangerous, some are peaceful, some last only minutes, but all of them prove one thing: Earth is still full of moments that feel impossible until you understand the science behind them. Which phenomenon shocked you the most? Would you rather see volcanic lightning, glowing waves, the northern lights, or the mirror world of Salar de Uyuni? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoy documentary-style rankings about Earth's strangest places, subscribe for the next journey. In the next video, we'll explore places on Earth that look like they belong on another planet.